there were no plans to ban using the dollar in Russia. Reuters. Russia will further decrease its holdings of U.S. securities in response to new sanctions against Moscow but has no plans to shut down U.S. companies in Russia, Finance Minister Anton Siluanov said on state TV on Sunday, the RIA news agency reported. Speaking on a weekly TV talk show, Siluanov said the new U.S. sanctions, some of which could restrict purchases of Russian government bonds, were unpleasant but not fatal. Reuters reported with reference to RIA, "We have lowered to the minimum level and will further decrease our investment in the U.S. economy." In the U.S. securities, Siluanov said, shedding light on the nature of an unexpected drop in Russia's holdings of U.S. Treasury bonds. Russia has ditched its holdings of U.S. Treasuries in the past few months as relations between Moscow and Washington have deteriorated, data showed last month. Russia will also have more settlement in rubles and other currencies, such as the euro, than in dollars, Siluanov said. Read also, sanctions looming, Aeroflot's shares fall 8%. Eventually, this will negatively impact U.S. investors. But we are not planning now any limitations such as shutting down McDonald's, Siluanov said. He referred to calls by some lawmakers to shut down prominent U.S. companies in Russia starting from 2014, when relations with the West soured over Russia's annexation of Crimea and its role in Ukraine's crisis. Our citizens work in these companies pay taxes into the budget of our country, Siluanov said. While admitting that U.S. sanctions would boost inflation in Russia as they hurt the ruble, Siluanov said there were no plans to ban using the dollar in Russia. Of course, the government has no such plans. That would be a step to an impasse. Washington said on Wednesday it would impose fresh sanctions by the end of August after it determined that Moscow had used a nerve agent against a former Russian agent and his daughter in Britain, sending Russia's ruble currency to a two-year low. If you see a spelling error on our site, select it and press Ctrl Enter. Latest news 22:30 Kremlin may have decided to let Sentsov die as example to others. 2030 authorities in Ukraine respond to new howitzer criticism. 1950 economic sentiment indicator improves in Ukraine. Statistics agency 1750 Poland looking at Ukrainian modernization package for T-72 tanks. 1654 Kiev ranks 118th in The Economist's 2018 Global Livability Index. 1630 ruble in Russian-occupied Donetsk plunges more than in Russia itself. 1508 Ukraine sees 12% rise in prices of meat in July. 1306 Canada's firm to deliver $770,000 in sniper rifles to Ukraine. 1240 OSCE, member of illegal armed formations, points rifle at SMM in Smile. 1214 Ukraine nabs ex-customs official for $5.70. MLN cargo theft. Media 1051 Russia takes away Ukraine's subsoil licenses and annexed Crimea. 2331 Finland's FM urges Russia to provide Sentsov with medical treatment. 2118 NBU cuts official exchange rate to 27 Ukrainian hryvnias and 34 kopeckas to $1. 1920 IMF mission to visit Kiev on Sept 6 to 1918. 30 Ukraine hoping to extend Kiev-Riga train route to Tallinn. Media 1745 Over 100 Western filmmakers call on Russia to free Sentsov. 1650 Naftogaz raises purchase price of natural gas. 1620 Ukraine Spodana self-propelled howitzer needs to be honed. Expert 1600 Ukraine boosts poultry meat exports by 23% in H1. 1520 Kiev calls tender to build waste recycling plant. 1500 Ukrainian gas reserves grow by almost 81% since April 9. 1420 Reuters prosecutors to wrap up Manafort case may soon go to jury. 1400 Three companies competing to build subway in Kiev. Svinor radar. 1320 expert tells how sanctions to affect Russia's future. 1220 Some 109,000 instances of school bullying reported in Ukraine in 2017. 11 o'clock thousands rally to demand Romanian government resignation. Media 1020 suspect in Kherson acid attack has alibi. Witnesses 10 o'clock USS Carney enters Black Sea. 940 Trump aide Omarosa releases recording of White House firing. 310 guard shot dead by pawn shop robbers in Kiev. Photo 2040 exports of apples from Ukraine soar by 3.2 times in 2017-2018 season. 1650 Russia says will ditch U.S. securities amid sanctions. Media 2355 Ukraine's cyber police report constant cyber attacks from Russia. 2255 JFO Ukraine reports 1 WIA amid 15 enemy attacks in Donbass on August 11. 2040 floods kill 34 people in India's Kerala state. Media